So first up is a card fan trick. Here's a deck of 52 cards. Let's see. Okay, I haven't googled or watched any videos on it yet. I have seen a couple of my friends do this before, and I'll just try to recreate that out of my memory. Okay, now so first try. Let's see what happens. Nah. Okay, I think I should try with less cards. How about half a deck? Okay, that's what half a deck. Okay, now with us half a deck. Let's try. No luck. And still no luck. I think I should definitely watch a video or two on this and make a video again after practicing. Okay, so now I've watched a video on this. I think I'll try it again. Seems tricky. Let's see what happens. Nope. Still no. Wait. There's a lot of technique going into this. This is gonna take practicing. No. So. Oh, this is better. This is better. But I still have to get the cards evenly spread. So this is still far away. Better, but far away. This. Oh, I'm definitely getting better, but still a couple more tries left. Well, I can't even remember how many times I've tried this now. Well, it has to be at least 30 times, and I've grown extremely frustrated. Okay, so this is as far as I go. I can do it better than this, and let's see what happens. This is the best version of my card fan. I know it is not the most appealing, but it is the most appealing to me, and it's the best of it. Now the cards should be evenly spread. Mine are somewhat evenly spread, so this is the best version of it. According to me, I'll say I've mastered the trick. Well, according to my version of it, and this is as far as I can go. Well, this was extremely frustrating and agitating throughout the whole process. I was swearing like hell and just couldn't get it right. So I mastered it. Well, in comparison to my first try and the first 2 tries, 3 tries, 5 tries, I have come a long way and definitely got it much better. And this is as far as I go with this trick. This was my best version of it. Not the best, but my best. So this will be it for the card fan experiment. Okay, so the next task is gonna be the food in your mouth toss, and I'm gonna do this with a toffee. So I really hope this isn't gonna be that complicated as the last one. Obviously that had some technicalities, and this is just gonna be random throwing and just trying to get it into my mouth. Let's hope it doesn't fall off and break, because this is the only one I have. Obviously I didn't Google this or anything, neither should I have to, because this is just simple, and I hope that I can get this into my mouth. I really do find this fascinating, because I've seen many a time with my cousins and my brothers and sisters, they do it with, dry fruits, almonds and other stuff like that, and it is really fascinating to watch. Let's just hope that I can also get this, not in like 30 or 40 times, but much more early than that. Okay, so let's go with the first try. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no luck with this one again. No luck again. Oh, it got stuck in my collar. Okay, so I think I have to try out more. Yeah, so I'm back again. Let's see what happens now. No luck. It just fell on my table, so I want to make sure there is no food being wasted over here. This is a simple toffee. Again. Fell off. No worries. The floor is very clean. No luck again. No luck again. I just hope I can get it in this try. Inshallah. Oh. It hit my teeth very hard. I just want to make that sure. So that was amusing. It took me, I guess, 15, 16 tries, and it was actually hard. At first I really didn't thought it to be that hard, but to judge the trajectory of the trophy coming down and then to get it in my mouth accurately was a bit hard, and like you saw, it hurt my teeth really bad. So yes, this was comparatively very easy to the last one, and well, not very easy. The last one had a couple of technicalities with it, the card fan one. and this was just plain random throwing and trying to get it into my mouth. So halfway through, the toffee fell down and it broke off, and luckily I had another one, and I was able to continue with my project. So this is it, and it was fun. It was fun. Now coming to step 4, what I would like to highlight is that when the card fan experiment was carried out, I would like to say that it was more of a fixed mindset approach, because after some time I realized that me just trying again and again and again and again to make the fan out of my hands with the cards was pretty useless, and just to keep trying and trying to do something with no outcome or reward. So that highlighted, although there was some effort, I put in the effort to to make the fan, but I'm more interested in playing cards rather than playing with them. Oh, actually, that's the same thing. Rather than making things out of them, I like to play cards, the games, So that was something. Now the one with the toffee, okay, the food in your mouth loss, yes, that was, I think, better, and it showed the the growth mindset, because I knew that if I achieve this, I'll get the toffee. So it instilled a sense of reward in my mind that if I can do this, I'll get to taste the toffee. Obviously, everybody likes toffees, and obviously I like toffees, and I want to taste the toffee. So that was the thing that which kept me going on, and I didn't get as frustrated and agitated as I got with the previous one, because that was just simply annoying, plain and simple annoying. This was more fun, and me actually trying to get the toffee into my mouth with the second task, because obviously the reward was the thing which kept me going, and which made me go for another try and another try, and basically it didn't make me annoyed. The thing is that, so I can say that I'm a mixture of both growth and fixed mindset. For some reasons I can be of a fixed mindset, because obviously many times I think that why do I need to practice this, or why do I need to do this when I know I can't achieve it, and especially if the thing gets into my mind that there is absolutely no reward if I even do master it or achieve it. So there's that, and obviously with the reward thing, that is what makes me go on. So I can say that I'm reward driven in that matter. So okay, now the second question. Okay, thing is, I'm very particular with this. In my university tests, I wasted one whole year just because I wanted to get into a particular university, and I eventually didn't get into it. Then I had to reapply for other universities. So that was the epitome of me showing a growth mindset, because I just kept going and going and going and going and going. And yes, there are many things in life in which I do portray a growth mindset, and many things in which I do portray a fixed mindset. Like I remember my mom was teaching me how to cook the other day, and I just didn't make any conscious effort to cook, because I know that I can't learn cooking, and basically what is the point of learning something which I can't even do, and I know I can't do that. I don't have the temperament for it, I don't have the skills for it. My skills are rather suited to some things else. So that's the case with the growth and fixed mindset with me. So I'm a mixture of both. That's it.